So when I froze this chicken, I tried to separate it with the paper towels, but they all froze in one single chunk. So I had to defrost, frankly, a ridiculous amount of chicken just all at once. And so in order to make this something that I can eat, or at least eat part now and freeze part of it, I'm gonna make kind of like chicken fajitas or chicken taquito type deal. So I made a very simple version of this a week or two ago and I did not film it, but basically we're gonna cook all this chicken, we're gonna shred it up, and then we're gonna put it in tortillas. And since I'm feeling fancy today, I have a fresh pepper that I'm also going to be using. I have chicken hands, so I don't want to touch the pepper right now. But yeah, that is basically the vibe. I think there's still a little bit of ice in here, but that's fine. So I'm gonna be freezing a lot of this, but I did a frozen burrito in the freezer a while ago, and it actually worked really well. So I'm not too bummed about that. We have 1, 2, 3, plus this piece that just fell off, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I have probably close to 1 kilo of chicken. I don't know. To start, I'm gonna put this in a pot with some seasoning and just boil it till it's ready. I'm also gonna, I think, make some rice. I'm genuinely unsure if this pot is gonna be big enough, but I think it will be. Yeah, it should be fine. This is all the chicken. I've put as much water as I can in the pot. For seasoning, we're gonna do salt, pepper, and some fajita mix. I'm also gonna put some fajita mix on once the chicken is done, but I think it may add some flavor if I do it now. Maybe I'm gonna add some paprika too. Why not? I'm gonna stir this, not like I think it'll help that much. Then we're gonna put on the lid and literally just boil this. At least this part is easy. To start boiling, I'm gonna put it on high heat, and then once it's boiling, maybe I'll lower it a little bit. For the rice, we're also going pretty simple. I think I'm just gonna do basically plain rice with a little bit of fajita mix in it. I don't really know how much rice I want, but probably like 1.5 of these. Which means I need 3 cups of water. I definitely just spilled a bunch of water on my floor. We're adding a little extra for the water I just spilled and keeping this on the side when I inevitably need more. Also, for rice, I always add a little bit of olive oil. Oop, that was a lot of bit of olive oil. And I realized I was not using the cooking salt, I was using the like post-cooking salt. So we'll use cooking salt for this one. Normally I do a bouillon cube for the rice, but since I have the fajita mix, I think I'll use that instead. And now we're going to cook it. I also really need to dry my floor before I slip and fall on this. I wish I was joking, but also I need to wash my feet is what I'm learning right now. Now for the last bit that I need to do now, I'm gonna just slice this up and I think saute it a little bit. I do not trust my knife skills at all. Did a pretty good job at that though. This knife is probably like longer than I need right now, but that's okay. I did not fully think through what size I want these, but I know I want them small, so I think I'm gonna do cubes. Ooh, that was almost cubing my finger right there. All right, the chicken did in fact overflow a bit, so it's a little bit of an ocean on my stove right now. I lowered the heat. We'll see if that helps. I'm not really sure how long these chickens need to cook for. Oh my god, we're overflowing again. Oh my god, stop screaming, Jesus. It's possible this pot was not big enough. I did remember I have fresh garlic, so we're gonna use 2 cloves of this as well. Oh. I pushed a little too hard on the garlic and now it's smashed. Like 95% chance I cut my finger on this right now. Oh, now my rice is overfilling? Jesus Christ. Good news, we finished chopping things. Thank God it wasn't too much. Bad news, everything has overflowed. I also lost one of my spoons. That's even badder news. I used to have 2 wooden spoons. Where's the second one? Oh, it's in my dish rack. I did not lose a wooden spoon. Obviously, ooh, that was a lot of olive oil, but we're adding olive oil. Ooh, the chicken stopped boiling. That's not good. I have to turn the heat up again. Oops. Well, I guess it's gonna get cooked. I used the chicken spoon on the peppers. Pray that it isn't gonna give me salmonella. Oh, I forgot to turn the heat on. I think I want it, like, to cook on low, so we're doing number 3 out of 9. I forgot to add seasoning to the peppers. Okay, we're gonna do some pepper. We already put some garlic and some salt, and then when it's all done, it'll get fajita seasoning on it too. Good news, my rice is all done, so that's just kind of cooling off. And now I need to test if my chicken is actually cooked. The first piece kind of ripped itself apart, so seems like a good sign. Yeah, first piece definitely cooked. Second piece is, I think that's just a brown spot like within the chicken. Actually, no. I feel like this second piece needs to be cooked a little more. All my chicken is cooked through now, and I need to shred this. I did not want to do that by hand, so I looked it up, and apparently if you use like a hand mixer or a stand mixer, but I don't have one of those, you can shred it really easily, so we're gonna test that out. This was like the part I was dreading making this recipe the most, because last time I did it by hand with much less chicken, and it was not super fun. So if this works, I will be very happy. I think it wants the slow speed. I'm so nervous about this. Maybe I should hold the bowl. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's working. My bowl is not deep enough, so my dog is gonna have a bunch of awesome bits of chicken to eat. How do I? Jesus, there's chicken going everywhere. Still worth it to not have to do this by hand. This is actually so fun. I was wondering where my dog is, and I forgot I put him in the crate because I had to go to my neighbor's house. She gave me some soup. She had called like right when I started cooking. I didn't see it till like 30 minutes later. But yeah, I put him in the crate for that. And I was like, why is he not right up my ass trying to get some chicken? It is because he can't. He's gonna have a really fun time when he gets out there. Wow, lost a huge chunk there. That's fine. This would be a great thing to do if you had some sort of like thing to block the chicken from flying everywhere. It's a little bit more difficult if you have no like border. I don't think that's the right word, but that's what I can think of right now. Literally think some of it just flew in my mouth. It's not perfect, but it's definitely good enough. I think I would have done a worse job if I had to do this all actually by hand. That was literally gonna take me like hours if I did it by hand, and that took maybe 2 minutes. If you don't want chicken all over your kitchen, I would suggest getting some type of cover. That's what it is. Cover. That is the word I was looking for. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a mess. I mean, probably a deeper bowl would also help a little bit, but this is the deepest bowl I have, and I only have it because my neighbor was getting rid of it and asked me if I wanted it. We have a ton of shredded chicken, and so we're going to season this, but first... How hot is this? First, we're gonna add in the rest of the stuff that we want. So I have my peppers and my garlic. Thankfully, there's a lot of extra olive oil that should help moisten the chicken up because it's feeling a wee bit dry. We also have the rice. Thankfully, I don't need to do any aggressive mixing because this bowl is gonna be at max capacity. It did get a little stuck together. That's fine. It technically fits in this bowl, so I'm happy about that. It is seasoning time, but first I'm gonna add my secret ingredient, which due to the volume of stuff I have here is gonna be 2 containers of just plain yogurt. The last time I did this, I put in the yogurt because it was about to go bad, and I guess this is still about to go bad, but I did not see this online or anything. This was a personal choice, and I really liked how it tasted. So we're gonna do that again. It makes it like kind of creamy. Also, I'm very lactose intolerant, so this is lactose-free yogurt. So the yogurt's in, and I'm also gonna add the fajita seasoning at the same time because I feel like that would be easier to mix in. So we're gonna put like a ton of fajita seasoning. I maybe did this with taco seasoning last time. I don't think there's a huge difference. Or I didn't until I'm smelling it just now, and it does smell kind of different. So we'll see if I regret doing this with fajita seasoning. My dog's gonna have a whole meal on the floor. I did use basically this entire package. You know what, I'm just gonna add in the rest of the package. What am I gonna do with like 1 teaspoon of fajita seasoning? I think it was more like 1 to 2 tablespoons left. So now that it's made, there's a few ways you can eat this. I put it in a soft tortilla, and that's how I ate it the last time. I'm gonna do soft tortillas to go into the freezer that will then be toasted. So I'll show those later when I unfreeze some of them. But the one I really want to try right now is with Bolacha Marias, because sometimes I think Bolacha Marias taste really good with stuff like that because they're like a little bit buttery. Let's give this a little test. Also, the exciting thing about this meal is it tastes fine if it's cold too, or at least that's what I think in my opinion. I don't even know if I have any chicken in here. We'll see. Bolacha Maria is not hitting as I expected. So I'm gonna get a couple of these prepped with tortillas for me right now. And then I guess roll up 1,000,000 of them for the freezer. I got the smaller size tortillas for this because I thought that would work best. Also, in general, I just like the smaller ones. I did not think about closing these all the way, but maybe this will work. Wait, we want these to be... Hold up. It's like not... Okay, I think this is better. So we curve the end a little bit on each side, and then do the big roll on the wide side. There we go. For the freezer, I think this is the style I'm gonna want, and then it'll heat up like a hot pocket, basically. For right now, this is the vibe we're going for. I hate to admit it, but maybe I do like the taco seasoning a little bit better. Overall, in my opinion, these are not bad at all. And I'm gonna make 1,000,000 more for the freezer. Actually, I had a crazy idea to test. Not terrible, not amazing though. Like the soup's really good, just does not need to be with the fajita burrito wrap type thing. This is the mess that cooking left me with, and I actually cleaned in the middle of cooking, so this is more like half the mess that cooking left me with. Check out the kitchen. I left some food for you. He is very much enjoying the chicken that I left. And also, my neighbor gave him some cookies, so probably should have made him do a trick next time. In terms of everything we got out of this bowl of like the chicken rice mixture, I have 7 small burrito type rolls for the freezer, an extra one to eat right now. I already ate one that was about this size, and I have a full container of the mixture for the next couple of days, so I don't need to freeze it. I can just have more of these over the next couple of days. And the kitchen is also clean. Hell yeah. Oh no, why is my oven flashing? Oh, it's not flashing. Is it flashing? Nah, it's just the angle. Alright, so yeah, she be clean as heck. Thank you for watching if you have made it this far, and if you'd like to see more of the random stuff I do on a day-to-day basis, please follow along.